Hello and welcome to Quipu TV's coverage of Scottish Hockey's Indoor League Grand Finals Gala Day from the Burls Sports Centre in Perth. I'm David Holmes, and coming up we have the men's Grand Final. Two top teams in the Indoor League play to see who will be crowned champions of Scotland. Coverage of this match is brought to you in association with Chartered Accountants Milne Craig, Prosperity Financial Services, and Subway, the sandwich chain. Joining me for commentary on this is Martin Bogue, the president of Scottish Hockey. Hello, Martin.
Hello, David.
So as I said, these teams know each other very well, and had a close match last time they've done it, but there's been quite a lot of strong competition between these teams over the years.
Certainly over the last few years, they've shared the league titles, with Inverleith winning back in 2010, and since then Grove Menzieshill have succeeded, and much previously to that as well. Grove Menzieshill have certainly had a very strong history dating back well into the 80s.
In fact, Menzieshill have won it 9 out of the last 10 years, so that 1 year in 2010 when Inverleith pipped them. Yeah, exception.
Very much so. I mean, very strong. It's very strong, and it comes from their roots. Grove Menzieshill is an amalgamation of two clubs in Dundee, from Grove ladies and from Menzieshill on the men's side. And on Menzieshill on the men's side, they started out and started playing in a community centre hall in a housing scheme in Dundee. So, and always been strong on the indoor side of the sport. And I would certainly look forward here to a very close and competitive game. Yeah.
So we're just about to start this match, this final of the Men's Indoor Hockey League Division 1 in Scotland. The winners, of course, will compete in Europe. Menzieshill are guaranteed a trip to Europe, and on Wednesday when they go to as the defending champions of this tournament. And I'll just run you through the squads. So Menzieshill playing in white and blue, attacking the goal away to our right. In goal, Andrew Ross, number 1. Number 2, Kyle Moore. Number 4, Jamie Carnegie. Number 5, Ben Cromer. Number 7, Ross McPherson. Number 8, Michael Ross. Number 9, Christopher Wilson. Number 10, Sam Tilston. Number 15, Gavin Tomlinson. Number 22, Craig Faulkner. Number 21, Colin Bogue. Number 35, Josh Kearns. And as we see Inverleith go on the attack now. But,
David, you also see a feature of the game in the men's game here that there was Grove Menzieshill will probably interchange their goalkeeper. So once they have possession, Andrew Ross, the goalkeeper, will make a beeline to the halfway line so they can have an extra outfield player, making it 5 outfield players. And once they lose possession,
as I have just done,
one of the outfield players will quickly jump off, and the goalkeeper
Moody
will come
going up the left for Inverleith, and Ross back in goal. So ball with Moody. Inverleith content just to knock it around, trying to find that space, finding Dick from the right. And that attack comes nothing. So I'll run you through the Inverleith team. They're playing in purple and white, attacking the goal to our left. Number 21 in goal, Graham Stewart. Number 3, Chris Duncan. Number 4, Adam McKenzie. Number 6, Patrick Christie. Number 7, Ian Moody. Number 9, Stephen Dick. Number 10, Graham Moody. Number 11, Andrew Malcolm. Number 12, Craig Sinclair. Number 13, Derek Salmond. Number 15, Gordon Armour. I beg your pardon, Gordon Amur. And number 1, Graham Pitcairn. The officials for this match are Ian Diamond and Neil McAlpine. And we see once again Andrew Ross leaving the field. Son of a Vuvalella in the background there. Family interest for you as well in this match, Martin?
Yes, there is. My son has moved this season to Grove Menzieshill, and as a 17-year-old, he's very excited to be involved in his first national final.
It's a proud moment for you.
It is, yeah, very much so. Probably I'm nervous for him as well. So we've got some family here as well today to cheer him on. And he is off. He's off to, as you said, Menzieshill off to Minsk in Belarus during the week. So he's off as part of that squad. So looking forward to that experience, which I'm sure it will be an experience.
Inverness on the attack. Strong blocking, and that win themselves a penalty corner from that.
The umpires have got an option with that if they wish to, they can stop the time and consult just to make confirmation of the decision they've made, or if the other umpire wants to offer a piece of advice. In this case, Neil McAlpine has confirmed what Ian Diamond's been thinking there, so it remains a penalty corner.
So, possible receivers for Inverleith. On the left, Stephen Dick. On the right, Adam McKenzie. Flick to Stephen Dick, and it's back of the net. And that's 1-0 Inverleith.
The opening goal there for Inverleith is number 9, Stephen Dick.
We'll probably see Inverleith taking that sort of option. They'll either go for a straight shot from the top of the circle or use that slip option to the left for Stephen Dick to do the flick that he did.
A lovely flick there, but straight into the chest of Graham Stewart. As Menzieshill sought to count that goal. Flicked back by Stephen Dick, and the shot there from Derek Salmon just going wide. So Grove Menzieshill build up from the back. He's patiently hitting the ball side to side, now looking up to the front. Just creeping up on that cutout by Graham Moody, and his effort to try and set Stephen Dick free cut out, but judged a foul. And so we're brought back to about halfway into the Inverleith half for a free hit. So your first impressions, Martin?
Yes, I think Inverleith have started well. I think it will be a very tight game, and it'll be this game will probably boil down to one or two either pieces of brilliance from one side or the other, or unfortunately it may well be mistakes that might lead to goals. Hopefully we'll see some brilliance.
Sharp turn from Graham Moody, but straight at Andrew Ross, who once again has left the field.
Yeah, they need to be very careful when they're...
Stephen Dick breaking up the right off that free hit, taken very, very quickly. Penalty corner time off as Dick is bundled in over the sideboard. And a green card set for number 15.
He's given the green card to Gavin Tomlinson for the first tackle that was put in about on the halfway line. Right. There was then another strong tackle put in after that, and he probably could have given the penalty corner for either of the tackles. So Gavin Tomlinson will now sit out for 1 minute. And for the full minute, and regardless of whether Inverleith score here. So here, with the penalty corner here, Inverleith could go for what we would call a straight shot from the top of the circle. The ball would, Graham Moody injects the ball, it would be Derek Salmon stopping for Adam McKenzie, so he's got an option of a straight shot, or he could do this left slip to Stephen Dick, which was successful last time. Okay, Ross McPherson from Menzieshill has broken the line before the ball was played, so the umpire has the option, if he feels that he has deliberately broken the line, he can send them to the halfway line. So Grove Menzieshill now have only 2 defenders plus the goalkeeper because they have a man off with the green card.
And Adam McKenzie making no mistake from that little tap by Derek Salmond to score goal number 2 for Inverleith. Ross McPherson on the ball for Menzieshill. Some hard scrapping there. And then he wins a free hit and they're taken very quickly, breaking down Michael Ross, steamed down the right, but his pass was just behind
Sam Tilson.
Oh.
Well, it was narrowly past the right-hand post there by Ross McPherson. I think Grove Menzieshill need to pick up the fast breaks here, like just much in the way that they did there. I think we may get some success from doing that, rather than much more structured approach they've taken so far.
Dick strong in possession there, wins the free hit. Back to Moody. He looks for Dick. Ball bobbling up. Inverleith getting near that.
Again, Grove Menzieshill taking off Andrew Ross. I don't think we'll see the same tactics being adopted by Inverleith. Over the games over the season so far, they've tended to stick with the goalkeeper plus the 4 outfield.
Walking cleared from the line by Adam McKenzie. Graham Stewart
Looks like
feeling
Graham
the effects of that.
Looks like Graham Stewart's picked up an injury here, and the umpire is inviting the. No, he was inviting the medical staff on, but I think he's going to be fine.
So Graham Stewart's still feeling the effects on his back, but still on the pitch.
It's good work on the boards there from both Craig Faulkner and Andy Malcolm. It's resulted in a free hit for Inverleith. Yep. So it'll be Andy Malcolm back to Adam McKenzie here.
Time off yet again.
And there's a green card.
Green card.
Now, I do have a little sympathy here with Adam McKenzie because he made a swinging lunge with his stick, and if the ball had gone over the byline, yes, I think he was debating whether or not the ball actually did go over the byline or not, over the goal line. So that would be an interesting to see on the replay.
So Menzieshill with their first penalty corner, taken to the right, and flicked well wide by
Ross McPherson. So Grove Menzieshill have pulled off the goalkeeper again, and that was a...
Oh, some real confusion there by Inverleith. And a real missed opportunity by Mingus. Oh, a break on now. It's 2 on goalkeeper. It's played back. And Stephen Dick running back in defence.
That was very good defending it from Stephen Dick. He covered a lot of ground to stop Craig Faulkner passing the ball back to Jamie Carnegie.
He's on the break.
That was almost a tactical mistake there by Grove Menzieshill. They pulled off the keeper just at the end of the suspension for the Inverleith suspension. So the Inverleith player came back on as the Grove Menzieshill goalkeeper was going off, and they had to make a quick reassessment of his decision to go off, and it could have resulted in goal number 3.
So Menzieshill with the 5 outfield players. Just content to try and look for an opening from the back. Lots of running.
So that was a very close from there, from a quick deflection at the top of the circle by Ross McPherson. It's a tactic that Menzieshill will use. They'll cycle the forwards around, and then McPherson will probably come from the penalty spot sort of direction towards the top of the circle, and they're looking for the ball to come be fired in towards them, looking for him to just make a deflection. Very difficult for the goalkeepers to react from that. So I think we'll see more of that sort of tactic as the game goes on. Menzieshill again pulled the keeper off, so the guys up forward are Ross McPherson and Sam Tilston, and Chris Wilson on the left. So this is Jamie Carnegie passing it back to Michael Ross.
So 7 minutes left of the half. Inverleith leading Grove Menzieshill 2-0. In this, the Men's National Indoor Division 1 final.
I think this is an Inverleith side, though. It's stacked with experience. Both Graham Moody and Stephen Dick have both got GB experience outdoor. Stretching back many years for Graham, Stephen more recently, and Stephen has quite an interesting hockey career. He's just recently moved back up from playing full-time down in England for Reading. He's moved up to coach at Strathallan School here in Perthshire.
Just down the road, I was there the other day.
Yeah, so hopefully passing on his skills and his experience, making sure some young hockey players come through. I think out of the two coaches at the moment, I think Stuart Neve would be the happier. I think it's very much if the next goal here will determine how this game is going to play out, and if Inverleith were to get it, it might be quite a hard struggle for Grove Menzieshill to get back in.
Some patient build-up play by Menzieshill. John Kearns with that attempted fire into the circle. The ball has now gone all the way back over the Menzieshill goal line. And now get another opportunity to start all over again. Just under 5 minutes remaining of this first half. Kearns strong on the ball, winning the free hit. Coolly done by Graham Stewart.
Yeah, I don't think Craig Faulkner got a touch on that. I think if he had, we would have known about it. I think if he'd made a claim there, it would have made the umpire would have had to make a decision on that. I don't think it would have been an easy one, given the viewing angle that he had.
And Faulkner not able to get a stick on that ball as it was fired in.
So from Inverleith, Stephen Dick now back on the pitch. I think we'll see that Inverleith will always have Stephen Dick or Graham Moody on the pitch. I don't think both of them will go off at the same time. Adam McKenzie will be there most of the time. There's the three real strengths in the core of their team.
Stephen Dick winning the free hit. Knocks the ball back into Inverleith half. Look to build it up. The left this time. Wide back to Moody, who plays it back to McKenzie.
Inverleith have got one of the rising stars of Scottish hockey on the pitch now, number 6, Patrick Christie, known to us all as Patch. He's currently in the under-18 squad and training with the under-21 squad.
Ball coming off Craig Faulkner's feet there as it went into the Inverleith D. He played up the middle to Steve Dick. Dick going down as he shot there. There was no power in that attempt.
Good solid defending there by Sam Tilston. Kept his left hand on the ground and didn't offer Stephen Dick the opportunity to play the ball into his foot. So Stephen was forced to attempt a shot as he was falling. Because this will be a penalty corner for Grove Menzieshill. The ball lifted off Adam McKenzie's stick. Grove Menzieshill's options here. Michael Ross will be injecting the ball for Ross McPherson to stop for Josh Cairns, who could either take the direct shot or slip the ball left to Chris Wilson. The way they're setting up, it looks very much like it will be a slip.
Went straight to Wilson.
I think it was the commentator's curse there. Grove Menzieshill decided not to go to the top of the circle but play the ball directly to the left switch man.
Presumably, like you, they were expecting Inverleith for thinking the same thing, so it was a counter bluff.
It may well have been.
But, they have another opportunity.
Here we go. I don't think they'll try the same thing. I think they'll go to the top of the circle this time.
They do. The shot straight into Graham Stewart's chest. And we have just over 30 seconds remaining of this half. Very entertaining half it has been too.
Yeah, I think the way this half has gone, I think Grove Menzieshill have had some chances, and Graham Stewart has matched them on that very well. Certainly there on the penalty corner.
He certainly has, and especially at the start of the game, there are a couple of very quick breaks by Menzieshill up the right, using the board well, getting somebody high up on.
Well, we'll see that coming from Grove Menzieshill. They will use the boards, and they will try to break fast, looking to find the player on the cutback. If they can get to the goal line and drive across the goal line towards the keeper will be obliged in many senses to go to the ball. Otherwise, the player would shoot from that sharp angle. So once the keeper commits to that, they'll be looking for a cutback or either to the top of the circle or beyond the far side of the circle.
So it's Inverleith 2, Grove Menzieshill none in this final of the Indoor League Division 1. So the second half of this Men's National Indoor League Division 1 Grand Final between Grove Menzieshill and Inverleith is about to get underway here at Bell Sports Centre in Perth. Coverage is brought to you by Quipu TV in association with Chartered Accountants Milne Craig from Paisley, Prosperity Financial Services of Glasgow, and the popular bespoke sandwich chain Subway. I'm David Holmes. My co-commentator today is Martin Bogue. So, Menzieshill on the ball at the moment, looking to overturn a 2-goal deficit, as they have for much of the match. When they've been in possession, they played with 5 outfield players to Inverleith's 4. And they now lose possession, but Stephen Dick foul as he made a break, so we'll come back for a free hit. Andrew Ross back in goal now for Menzieshill, as we would expect.
David, I think Inverleith have got what they would probably deem to be the top 4 outfield players on the court at the moment. And it's with Stephen Dick, Graham Moody, Adam McKenzie and Derek Salmond. A lot of experience there, a lot of Scottish caps. So I think we will see the experienced players featuring.
Salmon's break coming to nothing, but he's on the ball again on the corner. Oh, nice little flick back to McKenzie, who finds Moody.
Yeah, the umpire decided there that Graham tried to force the ball through Josh Cairns' stick. It's a rule that came in a couple of seasons ago to protect players, and for a while we were finding that players were deliberately forcing the ball through the defender's stick and glove, and were resulting in a lot of broken fingers and hands and the like. So what we call a forcing or a driving ball through a player is seen as a no-no now. I think we might have a blood injury here with
Adam McKenzie, who's taken a blow to the nose. But doesn't seem to be any blood. So McKenzie playing it up to Dick on the left. Hustling hard, trying to force that ball across, but Menzieshill are broken. And the attack breaks down just as it reached the halfway line.
I think we saw there that Inverleith dropped back, and Grove Menzieshill stepped up on them and sort of pressed them in and forced them into a pass.
Kenzie losing out to Ross McPherson. The attack petered out. Dick on the right, back to Mackenzie. Moody on the ball on the left. Back to Moody. Moody driving into deep. Oh, that effort. Cut out by Andrew Ross. Not confidently, mind you.
No, I think Graham Moody there had tried to just catch the far left-hand side of the goal. I think it went narrowly past the post.
Inverleith breaking again by Stephen Dick up the right. Now from a narrow angle, hits the side, outside of the sideboard.
I think Andrew Ross had a bit of a sprint there to get back in his goal with a quick substitution. I think he may well have. We might be taking away a save from him there. I don't know. He might have caught that with his either his helmet or his stick. I think he might have rattled himself against the post as well. The way he's standing, looking a bit shaken.
Certainly deserved credit for it because he was a great sprawling dive, full length. Quick break now by Inverleith. Dick firing one across the goal, but not finding the inside of the left, or the right upright as he broke down.
That sort of attack has been a feature of Inverleith's play all season. Stephen Dick breaking strongly down the right-hand side and sometimes taking a shot from the right-hand edge of the circle. Inverleith this season have been playing in 3 different leagues. They've been playing in the East District League, and they've been playing in the Midland League in Dundee, and playing in the National League here, which this is the conclusion of. And they're certainly successful in the Midland League, which they retained the title from last year. It was a good save there from Andrew Ross from a shot from Ian Moody, Graham Moody's younger brother.
Kept his eye on the ball very well there, did Ross. Gordon Ammer not able to get into that ball in the corner, and so Menzieshill looked to build from the back. Ball up to the D.
The ball was just outside the circle there, so it's only a free hit to Grove Menzieshill rather than a penalty corner.
Oh, that is a great goal.
That was
finding the top right-hand upright, right in the corner.
It was a great ball in there from Michael Ross for Gavin Tomlinson to deflect it in the top corner.
Yeah. Lovely flick, just as he had been saying from Tomlinson there.
Yeah, he makes that sort of similar run that Ross McPherson makes, coming from the penalty spot towards the top of the circle, looking for that ball fired in by one of the defenders. That goal will probably change the dynamics of the game now. I think the momentum may well swing towards Grove Menzieshill.
So, deficit cut by 1. But Inverleith are back on the attack again. Moody.
Dispossessed by Michael Ross there, very well on the boards. Gav Tomlinson back to Michael Ross, a long ball up to Ben Cromer.
Couldn't control it up at the top on the right.
The umpire stop the game. There's a problem with Andrew Ross's goalkeeping kit. So I'll give everyone an opportunity to get their breath back. We do have the option. The coaches do have the option of taking a timeout in these games, and neither of them took the option in the first half. But they can take it 30-second timeout. Be interesting to see whether they make use of that.
Clock back on, 11:52 seconds left in the match. It's Inverleith 2, Grove Menzieshill 1. You're watching Quipu TV's coverage of the Men's National Indoor League Division 1 Grand Final from the Bell Sports Centre in Perth. Free hit for Menzieshill from the top of their D. Ball lifted there, and so free hit to Inverleith from the right and sideboard. Salmon playing the ball across the goal, picked up by Dick. Reverse sticks, cross the goal again.
Okay, one umpire, Ian Diamond signalling for a penalty corner. I think Neil McAlpine was going to signal for a free hit to Grove Menzieshill, and they're going to consult over this.
Penalty corner it is.
So it'll be Graham Moody to inject here with Derek Salmon stopping for Stephen Dick. With Andy Malcolm on the left switch. My money on here would be on a Stephen Dick straight shot, but it may well go back to Graham Moody.
Dick, of course, scoring the first half from a penalty corner. Salmon traps, Dick flicks, and it's goal number 3 for Inverleith.
Making the scoreline 3-1 to Inverleith is number 9, Stephen Dick.
Just fired that ball right down the middle of the goal. He dragged the ball to his left just to create enough space to get it past the goalkeeper.
Menzieshill on the right. So Menzieshill winning a penalty corner themselves.
The ball popped up off one of the Inverleith defenders' sticks. So Grove Menzieshill moved their corner to the other side, and Jamie Carnegie injecting here. Like the ball likely to go either to Ross McPherson, number 7, or to Chris Wilson at the top of the circle. It could also go to McPherson and then be slipped to the left to Chris Wilson.
Oh, it's a powerfully struck ball. It's 2-3 now. So Chris Wilson scoring that goal from a penalty corner for Menzieshill to make the score 3-2 to Inverleith.
I think that tactic of taking the penalty corner, moving it to the right-hand side there has worked, because they'll have. It makes it difficult for Graham Stewart in the Inverleith goal, because if the ball goes to Ross McPherson, he can take a direct shot there, so he has to be prepared for that.
Ian Diamond signalling to play on there as Menzieshill looked for a possible short corner.
Unlucky there, Ross McPherson, unlucky with a deflection. Trying that similar move to what Garth Tomlinson was successful with a few minutes ago.
Ball bobbles up off a Menzieshill stick, which relieves the pressure on Inverleith. Off the sideboard finds Stephen Dick, but he can only find Andrew Ross's gloves. Strong run up the off the ball by Michael Ross. Ball breaks for him, but it's
back to Ross McPherson and now to Jamie Carnegie. Oh. I think the Grove Menzieshill players
from the bench.
I think they're looking for a penalty corner there, but for the goalkeeper deliberately playing the ball over the byline.
Looked very close. And Stephen Dick bundled over there on the far sideboard. He's been doing quite a bit of that, falling over the sideboard.
I think they could. I think the players sometimes pick up some bad bruises and rib injuries, hip injuries from being falling onto the boards or being bundled onto the boards.
Cut out. So that will be a penalty corner this time.
It has popped up off Adam McKenzie, so Grove Menzieshill will get another penalty corner. So it looks like they're sticking with the tactic of moving the penalty corner to the right-hand side. We're having a bit of a debate as to what their tactics will be. This time it's Craig Faulkner will be doing the injection, and Gav Tomlinson's on the right-hand side with Michael Ross at the top of the circle.
And that is the equaliser for Menzieshill. Gavin Tomlinson with that strike brings the scores level at 3 goals each. 3 goals each.
I think it was a low shot from Gavin. It's deflected up off the Inverleith defender and past Graham Stewart. There's been a timeout called by, I think, Grove Menzieshill. Okay, corrected. It's Inverleith that's called the timeout.
Yep. Yes.
So the coaches here will be taking an opportunity with 5.5 minutes to go to just sort out what their tactics are for these last few minutes, and I'm sure it'll be much the same. It'll be to keep the behaviour good, so don't lead to any force the umpires into making any sort of cards against your team, but also keep the errors out of your play.
You think the momentum has swung in Menzieshill's favour with those 2 goals?
I feel that, but I don't underestimate this Inverleith team. They've got bags of experience, and if they give Stephen Dick any sort of space, he will take the chance. He's a prolific goal scorer.
There are just 5.5 minutes left in this final of the National Men's Indoor League Division 1 between Grove Menzieshill and Inverleith. Scores are level on 3-3.
Craig Faulkner there wasn't many options available to him. The Inverleith defended that very well and can force them to hold the ball, and then eventually just kind of played the ball into their stick and over their own goal line.
So just under 5 minutes to go, and the ball is with Menzieshill, who start from the back. Gavin Tomlinson at the top goal. Just couldn't get his stick onto it as the ball was fired across.
It's a tactic
from the left.
Certainly a tactic that Menzieshill have been using earlier on in the season by trying to get the ball into the left-hand corner, high into the left-hand corner, and then looking to fire it across the face of the goal for a forward running in.
A mistake there by Inverleith, who've played the ball straight to Menzieshill.
I think in the next few minutes we'll see some physical tackles going in, but I think the umpires will let a degree of that go, as long as the players are looking like they're competing for the ball rather than trying to stop the man.
Layoff from Ross McPherson, but it has to go back. Michael Ross playing the ball back. Ball up on the left, top corner there. But it just trickles over the goal line. And it'll be Inverleith's turn to build from the back.
Stephen Dick there was screaming for the ball to be played very quickly to him. He was on his own.
And it's there. Protest from Menzieshill, but that is a goal.
The goal scorer making it 4-3 to Inverleith, number 9, Stephen Dick.
So Stephen Dick gets his hat-trick. He'd called for the ball.
And we've got another timeout being called.
3 minutes, 2 seconds left on the clock. Advantage now with Inverleith, 4-3.
As I said earlier, I think Grove Menzieshill need to just keep Stephen Dick under. Just don't give him an inch at all, because I think he'll take advantage of that, and I think that'll continue to go now with the 3 minutes remaining. They probably do need to really press now and go for broke sort of thing. So a lot can still happen. A long time ago.
So, clock back on. Menzieshill looking to build from the back. Ball with Tilston. Michael Ross forcing it up the right. And Cutter at the top of the D. Protest from the Menzieshill bench. Ball across the top. Finds nobody. Strong challenge from Stephen Dick. Ball goes over the goal line.
I think there's a bit of desperation coming into the Menzieshill play. Understandably, they need to get a goal to get back into this game.
Stephen Dick.
So Inverleith have gone back to those four most senior players that they have. So they've got Graham Moody, Derek Salmon, Stephen Dick and Adam McKenzie. It may well be that they'll play out the remainder of the game with them.
Ball cut out and brought out to the D by
Derek Salmon, and he's
Derek
gone down the left-hand board. Menzieshill.
And he scores!
And Derek Salmon has scored from the left-hand side. Grove Menzieshill have gone to a kicking back with bringing Josh Cairns on wearing the yellow bib as a kicking back, but I think the Grove Menzieshill players were looking there for what we call is stick obstruction, is sometimes referred to as fencing, and I think Grove Menzieshill bench certainly, and some of the players were looking for that from Derek Salmon there. But the umpires certainly consulted. They may not have stopped the game to consult, but they certainly looked at each other to make sure that they were happy that it was a good goal from Inverleith, so they awarded the goal.
Shot there, just going past
the post
Graham
there from
Stewart's left dick.
Ross McPherson. Now we've got 45 seconds to go. Jamie Carnegie in possession.
Blocked to the top of the D.
Well defended by Graham Moody, and will probably run the ball off the far end of the pitch. So 30 seconds remaining now. Josh Cairns playing it to Michael Ross. And Adam McKenzie has the ball, plays it to Stephen Dick, and will probably play the ball or run the ball towards the far end of the pitch just to play out time here for a deserved victory, in my opinion here.
Crowd start. And it is Inverleith who have won the Men's National Indoor League Division 1 Grand Final by 5 goals to 3. deserved winners, as you said.
Yeah, I think Inverleith deserved the victory there. They took their chances well, and certainly made it very difficult for Menishill's strengths, where the fast breaks and the looking for the deflections at the top of the circle. They defended excellently.
Duncan, congratulations on that. How do you feel?
Amazing. I think we spoke long and hard for today about really getting stuck in and being determined. We knew they'd come and give us a really good game. We knew they wanted to win, so we really set our stall out to really make it our initiative to go out there and really, from the first minute, take the game to them, not give them a chance to get in their stride. We started very well. A little bit during the first half, let them get back in the game, but yeah, it's amazing to come out on top. It makes a long, hard season worthwhile.
You're very strong in defence. Do you think that's where you won the match?
Yeah, we spoke about being tough in defence. For a number of years they've been the best team in the country and they've put tons of goals past people. So if you're going to beat them, you've got to be really strong at the back. So we worked really hard on our pressing from the start of the year. Obviously, the new rules made it difficult to really come out and play our normal way. So we had to adapt how we played. But defensively, they were just amazing. Adam McKenzie at the back, Graham Moody, Graham Stewart in goals, just a rock. So it was a whole team performance coming out and winning that.
Very much a full team performance, but Stephen Dick once again throwing his body on the line.
Yeah, he's got the most incredible ability to really come out and take a game by the grip of its neck, and he really inspired us today. He started off and he was on his game from the first second to the last minute. Playing through a bit of an injury, he was incredible today. So we're lucky to have him.
So European hockey next season to look forward to. You must be.
Yeah, thrilled. We had a little taste of it a couple of years ago when we played in Edinburgh at home, and it's an incredible competition. It's great to try to pit your talents against the best that Europe has to offer, and we're really excited by that. So we'll head back to outdoor and then regroup come November and really look forward to the Euros.
Well, congratulations once again and enjoy the evening.
Thank you very much.
This will be Inverleith's second trip to Europe when they do get there next season. They were in Europe 2011 when they in fact hosted the European Club Indoor Championships, which was streamed live by Quipu TV in 2011. So here we are, the Inverleith team coming up to receive their medals. Chris Duncan, hat-trick man, Stephen Dick, Gordon Norman just receiving his medal, and Derek Salmond, number 12, Craig Sinclair, Graham Moody had an outstanding match, Andrew Malcolm, Graham Stewart, great game in goal, on his back, and finally the coach. And now to just wait for the trophy to be presented. Yeah, and so it's sent up to Coach Stuart Neve to receive the trophy. He poses for the photographers. Warmly applauded by the Inverleith team. So Inverleith, the men's National Indoor League Division 1 champions of Scotland. It is indeed Martin Bogue joining in with the entire Inverleith team for a photo. His son, of course, one of the players on the Menzieshill team. But so you've been watching Quipu TV's coverage of Scottish Hockey's Indoor League Grand Finals Gala Day, held here at Bell Sports Centre in Perth. The champions are on the men's Inverleith. Worthy winners defeating Menzieshill 5-3. Today's coverage has been brought to you in association with Chartered Accountants Mill & Craig, who are based in Paisley, Prosperity Financial Services of Glasgow, and the popular bespoke sandwich chain Subway. I'm David Holmes, and you've been watching Quipu TV here at Bell Sports Centre in Perth.